Hello and welcome to my channel. If you like DIYs, farmhouse decor, upcycling, and more, you've come to the right place. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hi everyone, Janie here, and today I'm going to show you one of the easiest, quickest home decor projects that cost practically nothing. So let's head on over to the craft table and let me show you. I love yard sales and thrift stores, and I got the cutting board and wooden spoons for under $1. And today I'm going to be using those to make a beautiful farmhouse style wall decor piece in just a few easy steps. I decided to give the cutting board a quick sanding first, even though I'm not sure it needed it, so this may be an optional step for you. And then I gave it a coat of this Delta Ceramicoat chalk paint in London Stone on all sides. I do things a little bit backwards because when going for that distressed look, I like to put the dark paint on the bottom and then the lighter paint on the top, where it seems like most people like to do it the other way around. So feel free to do this whichever way works best for you. This is just my personal preference. And talking about what works best for me, I would normally use Folk Art Home Decor textured chalk paint in Whisper White for my top coat, but today I decided to try Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in Adirondack White, and because it's not a textured chalk paint, it wasn't as thick as I'm used to using. So I'm going to go back over that, as you will see here in a bit, using the Whisper White textured chalk paint. So as you can see, I'm painting the white chalk paint on in kind of a sloppy way. I'm really not looking for full coverage because I want some of that darker paint to show through to help create that distressed, aged look. So in doing this, you really don't want a lot of paint on your brush. It is kind of a dry brush technique. And here I am coming in with the texture chalk paint in Whisper White. I normally wouldn't be putting a second coat on this, so this is going to be a little tricky because I still want some of the darker paint to show through. I'll be honest, when I'm done, I don't have the look I really wanted, but it still didn't come out too bad. Lesson learned, next time use the texture chalk paint and not regular chalk paint. My friend Chemo adds baking soda to his paint to thicken it up and give it some texture, and I'm wondering if that would work with the chalk paint, just in case, somebody doesn't have the textured chalk paint like I have. So here it is, and even though it isn't the look I was going for exactly, it still didn't come out too bad. I think I like it. So next I'm sanding it a little bit to remove some of the excess paint and any lumps or bumps that may have been left behind. You can sand it as little or as much as you want to get the look that you want. Some of you might like it more distressed than others, but be sure to get those edges. And this next step is optional, but I like to use a cream wax to help seal and protect it. You just brush it on, or you can apply it with a clean lint-free cloth, and then after it dries, you just buff it out a little bit with a clean dry cloth. And it looks wonderful. I mean, you can't tell that it's on there, and it just protects it from the elements. And now the painting is done, unless of course you want to do the back, but I didn't since no one's going to see it. And now it's time to start decorating. I'm going to be gluing the wooden spoons to a piece of burlap ribbon using a hot glue gun to hold everything in place once I get the spoons lined up the way I want them. And yes, as you can see, I'm leaving those wooden spoons just the way they are and didn't paint them or anything. I really liked the way they looked naturally. But you could always paint them or do some decoupage with a napkin or tissue paper or add other decorative things to them if you'd like. There are so many possibilities, but I am just keeping things simple. It's kind of like I'm giving you a blank canvas in hopes of inspiring you to come up with some ideas of your own. So, after I glue this on with a glue gun, I'm going to be using my Fabri-Tac, and you can continue to use a glue gun if you prefer, but I love my Fabri-Tac, and I am adding some of that and then wrapping the ribbon around to hold everything in place. And no, this isn't glued to the board yet. I just have it laying there so that I could have an idea of, how wide things are and just making sure that it was all going to fit perfectly. And once I get this done, then I'm going to be making some bows to put on there, and I'm going to show you how. Some of you have asked me in my comments how I make my bows because I never show me making a bow on camera. And this is how I do it. I have a Zutter Bow-It-All. It is an awesome thing that allows you to make a variety of bows, from little half-inch bows all the way up to 12-inch bows. And you can even create multi-layered bows. I absolutely love this, and it makes it really easy to do. And I'm not doing a tutorial right now, but I just wanted you to see how I make my bows because I know you all have been really curious. But even though this isn't a tutorial, I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing. So there are poles that you can screw into those holes for whatever size you want to make your bow. And there is another pole that you can screw in to put your spool of ribbon on. And then I'm just going to be wrapping my ribbon around those poles in a figure-8 pattern as many times as you want. You can do it, for a single or for a double or triple bow. But for the bows that I'm making today, I'm doing a double bow. And then I wrapped the ends of the ribbon around and tied it in the back, and that created my bow. Okay, are you ready to watch me do it again? Okay, here we go. And this time I moved the poles in because I want to make this bow a little bit smaller. Maybe one of these days, if I can figure out how to get the camera at a good angle without me being in the way, I might make a video that shows how to use this. This is probably one of my most favorite tools in my craft room, and the possibilities of making bows with this are endless. But even at this angle, I am sure you can see how quick and easy it is to make a bow. I have several Zutter products that I love, and I actually think they went out of business, but I happen to know that on Amazon you can still get this Zutter Bow-It-All, and I'll put a link below in the description box. Okay, now it's time to start putting all of this together. And while I'm doing that, I just want to take a minute to say how much I appreciate all of you that take the time to watch my videos, because it really means a lot to me. And I also appreciate all of your comments and your thumbs up that show me that you like what I do. And also, if you're new to my channel, I hope that you like it enough to subscribe. And if you do, you should click that little bell next to the subscription button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I normally post my videos on Saturdays and Sundays so that you guys will have something to watch on the weekends. And I also want you to know that I read and reply to every comment because I actually care about what you have to say, and I do my best to answer any questions that you might have. So keep leaving those comments because I really look forward to them. Okay, well, things are coming right along here, and I'm almost done. I'm going to put this bow on, and then I just have one more thing that I'm going to be doing to this. I decided that these 3 little flowers would be the perfect finishing touches. Sorry that I'm slightly out of screen here, but I'm just adding some Fabri-Tac glue to the stems and then tucking them in behind the bows. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I hope it's given you some ideas of your own for using some treasures that you find at yard sales and thrift stores. And here's the finished project. I would love to hear what you think about it, so please leave a comment below. Thank you all for stopping by today, and if you like DIYs and upcycling and home decor projects, you just keep watching my channel because I have more to come. And also, if you look in my playlist, you're going to find a couple of playlists in there with those type of projects in them as well. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.